Hello everybody, I'm Sneaksy Gamer and welcome back to Metroid Prime Remastered. Last left off when I came back here, I was heading over here to the furnace next. Yep. Because now that we have the spider ball, we can go in here. Morphology: plated parasite, hardy member of the parasite family, invulnerable to most weaponry. A cousin to the parasite, these creatures are known for their amazing resilience. Field studies suggest a weakness to morph ball delivered weapon systems. The Bendesium portion of the floor hair is weak, structural weakness due to supersaturation of water. What is this otherworldly pestilence that infests the land, seeking out life in its blind need for corruption? And where did the meteor that brought it originate? Was it crafted by alien hands, or is it a roving chunk of a planet that suffered a violent end? Our minds quail in horror at the thought that long ago, in some corner of the universe, as yet unseen by our eyes, an entire planet was perhaps once coated with this great poison. Whatever cataclysm may have ruptured that doomed place must have been mighty indeed, and if other meteors from it spread through space, bearing this evil to the far corners of the universe, we hold fast to the hope that this is not so, that the only surviving remnants of this evil are here on Talon 4, then at least there is hope for its eradication. There's a missile upgrade way up there that we can't get to until after we get a couple more upgrades. Metroid statue is worn and weathered. Scan indicates the presence of a power conduit behind the statue. Something behind the wall seems to have been activated. And there's nothing over here. It's just a dead end. It looks like it might be a thing that goes behind the wall there, but there's nothing there. To the entrusted one, if you read these words, then our hope has not been in vain. Your path is fraught with danger. Monstrosities beyond description lurk in the shadows. Starving, hunting for prey, searching for ways to quench the poisonous urges that bloom in their brains. Some of these are shrewd, but they are blinded by their evil designs. Believing in the black promise of the great poison, they seek to harness it for their own ends. It is these last that are the greatest danger. When you rid the universe of these creatures, you will be the true and trusted one. None know if our temple, the cradle, will prove powerful enough to contain this evil forever. For now, it wraps around that abomination, cutting it off from the world above. However, we believe the power of Cipher, which has been produced by linking the 12 artifacts, should be strong enough. The fate of this world is now left to the one who will collect all the artifacts in the future. The time when the entrusted one knows is approaching. That doesn't. I must have read that wrong. Many Chozo are gifted with the distant sight, and even more begin to learn it as our harmonization with the universe becomes more and more complete. We peer forward, seeing prophecy in the ripples of the water, hearing rumors of coming days on the breath of the wind. Though we celebrate the distant sight, many of these visions are dark. The worst of the prophecies, and the most common, tells of the coming of the worm. Born from parasites, nurtured in a poisoned womb, the worm grows, devouring from within until the world begins to rot. Not all prophecies come to pass, of course, but we cannot help but fear this dark portent. Yeah, it's not exactly encouraging when your prophecies are telling you something like that, is it? Only the holder of 12 shall face the worm. Great poison corrupts all, even the Chozo. Whoops. Okay, it's a missile station. Recharges all our missiles. I think I've only located like 2 or 3 of these in the whole game, though. Step into these stations to fully reload your missile launcher. If I'm not mistaken, there's only like 2 or 3 of them in the entire game. Radiation collector designed to absorb and store solar energy. They appear largely decorative. Chozo runes translated. Hollow banner text reads the Hall of the Elders. Damn it. Oh, it was only one this time, okay. Identified as statue of a Chozo elder. According to Chozo lore, these statues served as the watchful guardians of tombs and shrines. Its outstretched hands are empty, as if awaiting an offering. Mechanical structure of bridge indicates it can be rotated. The Elder's greatest power lies beyond the second lock. Things bound to earthly shapes are temporal and frail. Existing in a single dimension, they are fragile, vulnerable, and ultimately mortal. However, not all things obey this law. Shapeless, they wait beyond the realm of perception, emerging only when one arrives who can feel their presence. Such is the will of the Chozo. Our will to defeat the evil seeping into this planet remains. We desire only to see the darkness meet its end. The will of the Chozo has no mind or reasoning of its own, though. This will be the entrusted one's trial. Safety shield online, Windows secure. Field covering this slot is comprised of an erratic energy wavelength. Field covering this slot is comprised of an energy signal that appears to be affected by cold. Field covering this slot is comprised of an energy signal that appears to be affected by heat. So the only one we've got at the moment is this one. the electrical erratic wavelength one. Now this will send us somewhere different than it did before. Safety shield offline, use caution near window. So now we can get in through that. Fractures detected in telluric alloy drain cover. Cover still functions, but its integrity is unstable. And there's a bunch of these stone toad thingies in here. Drainage shutoff is maintaining the water level of the reflecting pool at 95%. Oh no. The fish just got sucked down the drain. Well, I suppose they ended up in water wherever they went, so it's probably better than just flopping around on the ground afterwards. Drain cover destroyed. Pool is free of fluids. So, now... have the ice beam, which is what we need for those white doors. Ice beam acquired. Access to Talon Overworld East granted. Please step into the hologram. tree limbs have extended across the room, blocking part of the hall. There seems to be enough room under the limb for something small to pass through. A small gap exists in the tree's root structure. I'm not going to go down there because I can't get back up this way. I still have the other direction to go up here, as well as go back and get the other thing from that Chozo statue. Or not Chozo. Well, yeah, it is a statue of a Chozo elder, I guess, so. I'll save again real quick. It doesn't take that long, and I don't have to redo that part then if I end up dying. I'll go back and get the thing from this Chozo elder thing. There's 3 of them this time. Nope. I thought maybe I could land in the hands. Didn't quite go far enough though. I guess that's what they meant by the second lock. I don't know for sure though. go back here. We're back in that room that I was in earlier. And if we go this way, we come back to this room. But I'm not gonna go in there either. So now when we go through here, we can just jump up there and do that instead of having to trigger that thing every time. And we've got one more door to go through over here. I'm gonna save real quick because I don't remember what's in here. I might be fine. I know it goes back to the Talon overworld. I just don't remember where. Oh, I think I remember. I think it's in a tree thing, if I remember correctly. If I remember correctly, this is in the big tree. Well, not in the big tree, but it's near the big tree. Now, something I noticed while I was here was that there's actually an invisible platform there that you can't see without a certain visor that we get later. But I spotted the raindrops hitting that, and I was like, there's something there. So I tried jumping to it, and I was right. And it just leads you to this. But yeah, I saw that, and I was like, there's an invisible platform or something there, isn't there? So I tried jumping to it, and yep, it was. I was right. There's no reason to go all the way up, right? Yeah, no. And then this is a dead end, that's right. Analysis of wall shows rampant weakness due to severe water saturation. Large traces of bendesium detected. So we can't get through that. Not yet, anyway. Gate lock engaged. The controls are on the other side. Okay, now we'll go back to that other one behind that save point and go out into the Talon overworld, because I want to go and stop by the artifact thing and see if it'll tell me where the others are yet. I don't remember, or I don't know at what point it shows you the other ones, because I didn't go and check that again until after I had collected all of the ones that I had here. All of the ones you get at first, and then some of the other ones were showing me, or then the other ones showed me where to get the rest. So I don't know what the trigger is, if I just need to bring some or if I need to bring all of them. So I want to go and see. If that didn't make sense, you'll see what I mean in just a minute. I kind of rambled a little bit there. Hopefully it made sense, so... I can go in here, but I can't go very far, so I'll just come back when I can actually get in there. There's a missile thing there if I haven't already come by here. And that thing that had the phase on is gone now. And we're all here by our ship now. I guess you have to step onto this middle part before it shows them then. The artifact of wild has been returned. You have restored power to this Chozo totem. Yep, one of them showed up. A room of research lies within the mines. A corrupted invader is trapped there. Defeat this creature to claim the artifact of warrior. The artifact of strength has been returned. Okay, so I found out where one of the other ones is. I don't know what ties to unlocking those other ones. Trying to think of where I needed to go next. I can't go there because I need the bomb before I can do that. Was there somewhere out here that I needed to go next? Yep. That's what it was. No, I do need to go this way then. Yeah, the ice one does not follow the enemies at all, like other ones do. This will not kind of like home in on them, it just fires in a straight line. Not even gonna bother. Because our next upgrade is the gravity suit. That's the one I want to go to. Fortunately, I don't have the gravity suit, so I can't take the shortcut just yet. Oh, come on. The controls on this are just goofy. Yes, I know. I figured it out. I'm already on the way there. I do like that you can do that with these, or with this. Didn't even need it. Okay. Oh yeah, I can go that other direction as well, can't I? Might as well stop and save when I get a chance to. Just means less backtracking in the event that I majorly screw up and get killed. I could also go back through the research lab area where it was all dark and stuff and go to the bottom of that part where we got the X-ray or the thermal vision thing. But this leads to the same place, I think. Either way, we'll get to that other part. This ice blocks a tunnel. A blast of heat should be able to clear it out of the way. See, I could have gone there. I think it would have taken me out right at that door right there. This one. Yep. But I don't need to go in there. Forgot about that little bastard. Morphology: Gel Zap. Aquatic predator made of electrically bound skeletal halves. The Gelzap's brain is located in the upper half of its body, while the heart and digestive tract occupy the lower half. Linked only by electrical impulses, the two halves somehow function effectively enough to launch the Gelzap to the top of Talon 4's aquatic food chain. I knew I missed a door. Morphology: Glider. Docile airborne creatures with unusual magnetic properties. Gliders live a relatively peaceful existence. They have a magnetic signature attuned to common grapple beam technology. The sport of glider riding involves using a grapple beam to attach to a glider, then staying on it as long as possible. Morphology: Hunter Metroid. Adolescent Metroid. Energy siphon tentacles increase its threat level. As Metroids develop, they become more efficient predators. Energy draining tentacles allow them to attack at a distance. Quick to anger, a Hunter Metroid will charge troublesome prey and attempt to ram them into submission. Cold-based attacks are still quite effective against these creatures. Can't shoot that one from anywhere until I've been able to swing over there. Even though you can very clearly see it, I've never been able to get the thing to actually hit properly. Because it doesn't target from far enough away for you to target it from down here or anything. And even though you can find the spot, it doesn't do anything to shoot it. Unless it's just a matter of getting the right angle from down below, but I've never been able to get it, so. All Metroids destined for phase-on ranges in the mines must pass inspection. Temperature-affiliated behavioral index for Metroids is available at all research terminals. Access code LIF22. I really wish you could do that without having to come back later. Oh well. I have to come back later for other stuff anyway, so... Can't do anything up there. I have to go down. I believe. Let me just double check that. Yep. There we go. Aqua Reaper, powerful aquatic tentacle, part of a submerged organism. Similar in nature to the surface-based Reaper vine, the Aqua Reaper has adapted to a liquid environment. It shares the poor vision of its rock-dwelling cousin, relying on a crude sonar system to seek prey. Unhindered by water, the Aqua Reaper has considerable speed and strength. Why can I not jump up there? What the hell? Thank you. There it is. Gravity suit. Which is incredibly useful. Because now we can move around in water freely. And I believe it also upgrades your armor so you don't take as much damage as well. It also clears the water up so you can see better. It's something with the visor, it said. It makes it so you can see clearly more clearly underwater. Movement in liquid environments is no longer hindered. And plus, yeah, we can see better too. Gravity suit eliminates. Yeah, this modification improves the suit's defensive shielding. Yep, the gravity suit allows for improved movement in liquid environments, but does not reduce damage delivered when exposed to hazardous fluids. Visor modifications in the gravity suit make it easier to see underwater. Yep. God, I like that. Being able to move properly. I'm forgetting something. There's somewhere here we are. That's what it was. Yeah, so this stalactite contains many different types of mineral deposits. One of the minerals detected in the ice structure appears to be a volatile form of volcanic rock. This rock makes the formation incredibly strong against tremors and concussive blasts, but it will become unstable if heated. So yeah, once we get our other beam upgrade, we can come back here to knock that down, and then it creates a grapple point up there. never spotted that thing before. I mean, obviously there's no point to it, or I would have found it at this point, by this point, but interesting. Yeah, when you get close and they open up like that, they'll start to pull you towards them, and that's the opportunity to shoot them, because otherwise it doesn't do anything if you shoot them before that. Now, we can go to that. Okay. Really? Why did that not work? I jumped. This is not where I want to go. I want to go farther up. I will be going back because there's one thing at least that I can pick up that I couldn't before. Come on, use a breath attack already, for fuck's sake. That's why I prefer to do it that way. It's a lot easier. Sometimes they just don't want to use the breath attacks.
Defeat enemies to unlock doors. Doors unlocked. Now whenever I come through here, I can just use that to get up here without having to deal with the water shit anymore. Go. That's why I didn't do that earlier on, because I wouldn't have been able to get it.
Now I can't do anything back in there with that statue yet because I need the heat before I can. So I think that's everything I can do right now. Going back to the Magmore Caverns. Actually, it's closer to go there since that's where I'm heading, is it not? Yes. Although in the ruins there's a couple of places I can go yet, so I'm gonna go that way. The Ice Beam makes those a lot easier to deal with. Does this actually do anything to them? No. There's a couple of spots in here that have water in them where I can go and get a couple of upgrades, or well, an upgrade in the one and an artifact in the other. Okay, an upgrade in here and an artifact in there. I thought I was going the other way. Whoops. Oh, this will work. I'll go grab the artifact first since I went this way. That went well. I want to double check something here because I missed this one on my second. Yep, I did it here too. I missed that on my second playthrough on hard difficulty, and I got to the very end of the game and I was missing one and had to go back through and find which one I had missed. This is the artifact of Life Giver, the 5th of 12. Okay, that's the one I'm missing there. I'm not going to stay to fight them this time. way. I'm not gonna fight these guys. They're more pain, they're more trouble than they're worth. If it's something where I can't proceed unless I fight them, I will, but otherwise they're just more trouble than they're worth. Yeah, something cool about this is even when you charge it up, it doesn't get hot, it stays cold, which is really neat. Just the attention to detail that, of course, the cold one wouldn't get. The ice beam wouldn't heat up, which I just thought that was cool. Might be quicker to go through there. Maybe. Because I want to get back to the overworld. It's either there or the other way over there, so I think I might go to the furnace area and go that way. But for that, I'm gonna have to go up. I already got the thing up here, right? Thought so. Yeah, the timing on that was real close when I didn't realize you could jump and I was doing all the jumps with the bombs. You barely have time to get that bomb on there and get shut up from it before the thing disappears on you. That works. And this will take me out right near where I want to go. Okay. I'm not sure if that's how you're supposed to do that or if you're supposed to use the grapple point up above, but if I can do it that way, I'm gonna do it that way. And this is actually the ship that we were on in the little beginning section of the game. We'll even see some of the same rooms that we passed through. Like this. We went through this room at one point. This door has no power. A nearby power conduit must be energized for it to open. A blast of electrical energy will energize the conduit. Morphology: Talon crab, crustacean native of Talon 4, hard-shelled swarm life form. Once harvested for food, exposure to Phazon has seen this practice diminish. Creatures are timid and harmless alone, but can be a problem when traveling in swarms. I didn't have to kill them, they barely do any damage or anything, but I figured try to get some stuff out of them at least, but oh, that's not what I wanted to do, but that'll work. I missed these guys and one other thing in here on my first time through and had to get them on the second playthrough. Aqua Pirate. Space pirates with exoskeletons modified for underwater use. Using modified thruster packs and gravity suit technology, the space pirates have armor suits for use in liquid environments. Thermal tracking is still very useful against these units, as the pirate engineers have yet to eliminate the thruster pack's high heat signature. If I remember correctly, yep. Is that it, or was there another one? Can't remember if there was another one or not. I think that's all. Nope, there is one more. Oh, but it's right here. This door has no power. 2 nearby power conduits. Primary door control is inoperable. Auxiliary controls must be used. This is that room where we had the little things where we used the morph ball to open the doors. Which means the room we just came from is the reactor room where we fought the queen parasite or whatever it was called. An energy tank lies within this crashed lift. A concussive blast should destroy the lift's door panel. And there's another energy tank on the way out of this area that I can get to. That happens in a couple of places here. Ah, shit, I forgot. I don't remember those being there before. I forgot there's conduits. And I have to go back down to the bottom of the shaft for them. One of them is all the way down here somewhere, if I remember correctly. Is it not? Yeah, somehow on the elevator thing. If I had remembered that, I would have done them before going up there. Oh, I got both of them. Nice. I think the other thing is down there, maybe? Or maybe it was the next room over, I don't remember. Oh, it's right there. Aqua drone security mecha adapted for use in underwater areas. Space pirates have adapted a number of sentry drones for use in liquid environments. These aqua drones will utilize an arsenal and artificial intelligence suite similar to their cousins. The pirates have been unable to properly shield these drones from electrical attack, making them vulnerable to the wave beam. That works. Right, there was another platform there. So yeah, this is that big machine that had all the phazon batches and the tubes and shit. was that it? Okay, no, there weren't anymore. There we go. Morphology: Aquasac will burst when subject to impact or trauma. Believed to be in the same family as the sapsac, this plant has similar features. It will burst when exposed to force. This protective response keeps most creatures from feeding on it. This one's about timing the placement of your bombs, and I screwed it up again. You have to place it so that you come back down and get launched up again, but that was way too early. Fuck. There we go. And we are on the other side of this gate. Which is now permanently open. Access to Phazon Mines East granted. Please step into the hologram. Transport to Phazon Mines East active. Mechanism: Mega Turret. Perimeter defense turret reinforced with energy shielding. Frustrated with inferior armor plating on standard defense turrets, the Space Pirates added energy shielding to a modified heavy cannon. The new shielding and increased beam strength makes the Mega Turret an efficient point defense weapon. Super Missile is still enough to get the job done, though. Dual control force field is online. Deactivating controls are likely nearby. Primary force field control disabled. Secondary force field control disabled. These are just the normal ones, that's right. I thought so, but I wanted to double check. Transfer of building materials is complete. Processing of materials for Xenome containment units underway. Report all phase-on mutations to Science Team immediately. All units with useful mutations will receive an increase in pay and rations. Elite and Trooper candidates are now being selected by command. Crane controls are functional but require power. Yeah, power conduit is nearby. These crane controls are functional but require power. Crane unit scan indicates recent use. Device is currently inactive. I was pretty sure it was just dead smack in the middle of that, so I figured rather than change visor, I'll try that, and if I don't get it, then I'll try it again. Crane controls now active. Structural integrity of Bendesium Gate is low. Force field active, access prohibited. Okay. Meet a new enemy in here. Morphology, Wave Trooper, Space Pirate armed with wave beam technology. Space Pirates have reverse engineered several of your weapons, including the wave beam. A flaw in the design makes these pirates vulnerable to their own beam weapon system. These weapons are inferior to your Chozo designed originals, but still quite potent. Okay. Security bioscan locks in place. Locks keyed to Space Pirate life signs only. Access denied. Microfractures present in Bendesium Blast Gate. Unit ident code EPG 8642 batch 23 field designation Elite Pirate Alpha. Stasis tank hull reinforced with Bendesium alloy plates. Recommended battle systems for elite pirates are as follows: shoulder-mounted plasma artillery cannon, repulsion shield, wave quake projector, energy siphon system, and retractable wrist bayonets. Sorry. Platform systems active. Log 11019. Initial Project Helix experiments with space pirate embryos were disastrous. The phase-on infusion process degenerated brain tissue even as it augmented muscle mass. None of what we have termed elite pirates lived to maturity. The few that survived their infanthood suffered severe psychotic breakdowns as juveniles, killing anything within their zone of perception. Research team Sclera made a recent breakthrough in which parasite studies with a phase-on strain codenamed Vertigo were highly successful. Since then, we have successfully fused Vertigo phase-on with space pirate DNA with great success. The latest batch of elite pirates have reached maturity successfully and are ready for field testing and training. Damn it. Something in my ear is really itchy, and I don't know why. Surface integrity at 8%. Further pulse beam exposure could cause collapse. Platform systems active. Security alert. All stations. Bioform Samus Aran has made planetfall on Talon 4. The Hunter is among us. All units are hereby ordered to attack Aran on sight. Terminal force is authorized. Report all sightings of Aran to Security Command at once. Well, they know I'm here. Power Trooper. Space Pirate armed with power beam technology. Yeah, flaw in the system. Same thing as the Wave Beam one, just a power beam instead. Industrial grade pulse beam mining configuration. Surface integrity at 42%. Presence of thermal power signature detected. Further pulse beam exposure could cause collapse. Surface integrity at 13% could cause collapse. 44% could cause collapse. 23% could cause collapse. 31%, and then there's this one that we already scanned from down below. Now, the problem is, attention all units, report to your battle stations. Failure to comply with this order is an act of treason. Treason is punishable by termination. The problem is we have to rotate this thing to each of them. And then we have to do this. Industrial pulse beam online, auto firing mode engaged. And then it will fire at the wall that we're facing it towards. But we need to use this to rotate it, and it takes a little while. That will be the last one I'll hit. At least once we've activated that once, we can just do a quick scan like that to make it fire. Yeah, you can't get out of this, as far as I can tell, without having to use a bomb. I don't need to do all of the walls, but I'm going to. Wrong thing. I'm going to just because it's fun. I wonder how bad it would be if I shot towards me with it. I'm kind of curious to try it, but I don't know if I want to right now. Then back to the starting position, or back past the starting position to that wall over there, which is the way forward. These things will kill you real fast if you get stuck in them. Found that out the hard way when I tried to go through those at one point. Thankfully, super missiles still count as your power beam. And so do the other charge combination things. They still count as whichever beam you charge for them. This hologram represents the central pillar in this room. The pillar contains several rotating sections. They can be moved to gain access to different areas. Rotation of the pillar will alter the path of its magnetic rail tracks. This is a rotation control unit for the lower section of the pillar. It requires power to operate. So that one's in place then. Then gotta go back down here. Now I should be able to get up to the other thing up above there. Rotation control unit blocked by partial collapse of Bendesium wall. That's a lot faster. Access to Phazon Mines level 2 granted. Please step into the hologram. Missile ammunition. Resupplies missile launcher with 10 rounds of ammo. Apparently there's enemies up in the little alcove things because when you shoot that, but it's only if you come from this direction. When you shoot that thing, they will fall out of there. If you come from the other way, they don't fall from in there, though. And they don't jump down and attack you. They're just not there if you come from this side. Okay. Shipment of military-grade plasma artillery cannons is en route to Talon 4. The Agenoid Star Marines we acquired them from were letting them sit in a warehouse. Our elite pirates, on the other hand, will put them to good use very soon. Log 11-156-9. Investigations into a possible ingress point for the impact crater continue to meet with failure. The shield of strange energy that protects it is impermeable, and all attempts to tunnel past it have proven fruitless. Our continued futility in this matter is made all the more significant in light of the recent life form readings we've discovered emanating from deep within the crater. Analysis of the readings indicate that a massive creature is gestating there, absorbing enormous amounts of phazon from the phazon core at the heart of the impact crater. This discovery makes accessing the crater doubly important. Not only will it open the door to the vast deposits of phazon within, but it will also lead us to this creature, whatever it may be. Log 10-23-7. Security Command issued an all-points alert after the fall of Zebes. The alert concerns Bioform Samus Aran, also known as the Hunter. Subject is heavily armed and extremely dangerous. Subject uses a powered armor suit of unknown design in battle, along with a number of potent beam and concussive weapons. All combat units are instructed to terminate Erin on sight, preferably in a fashion that will allow salvage of her powered armor suit and weapons. A considerable bounty will go to the unit who delivers Erin to command, dead or alive, it matters not. Force field engaged. Deactivation required for access. Morphology. Elite Pirate. Phazon Enhanced Space Pirate. Incredibly strong, armored, and well armed. Elite pirates are potent foes. Their energy siphon system absorbs beam weapon shots. The nature of this system makes them vulnerable to concussion-based weapons. Well armed, the elite pirate is effective in close combat and at a distance. Their massive size can be a weakness, and their sluggish speed allows for evasion and quick attacks. So we are going to be fighting an elite pirate. Yeah, see, they just absorb my beam attacks. Got him. That was quick. Super missiles make it go real fast. And that deactivates the force fields. Phazon Nutrient Vat. Elite Pirate Ration Processing in progress. Phazon Nutrient Vat. Elite Pirate Ration Processing in progress. I can't go this way yet, can I? Rock slide has blocked off this passage. Yeah, I thought so. Consumption of elite nutrient mix by non-elite units is strictly prohibited. Failure to comply will result in a 50% ration reduction for a decacycle. Okay. Security level tau will be in effect until further notice. All leaves cancelled pending downgrade of alert status. Bioform Samus Aran continues to assault our holdings on Talon 4. Security has been compromised in multiple areas. Casualty rates are rising. Command has authorized a sizable bounty for the capture or termination of Aran. Report to your field officers for details. Log 11-222-8. Science team is attempting to reverse engineer Samus Aran's arsenal based off of data acquired from her assaults on our forces. Progress is slow but steady. Command would dearly enjoy turning Aran's weapons against her. We believe we can implement beam weapon prototypes in 3 cycles. Aran's power suit technology remains a mystery, especially the curious morph ball function. All attempts at duplicating it have ended in disaster. 4 test subjects were horribly broken and twisted when they engaged our morph ball prototypes. Science team wisely decided to move on afterward. Now, I know it's not really funny, but it is, because I'm just picturing they don't understand the technology, so they just tried to cram them into this little ball and it just crushed them to death. It's a horrible thought, but I can almost guarantee that's what they did. Ice Trooper, space pirate armed with ice beam technology. Evaluation of plasma artillery cannons is complete. The weapons are fully functional, but a flaw has been discovered. Subpar thermal shielding gives them a high heat signature. This could make them easier to target for enemies with enhanced vision capabilities. Security alert. Computer systems compromised. Bioform Samus Aran has cracked our systems. The hunter can access our system at will and is able to bypass most of our security programs. Use manual locking systems when possible. Facility Command's request for Elite Pirate transfer to security forces granted. Prepare units EPG 8644 and EPG 8656 for field duty at once. Talon Metroid aggression levels are rising. Be alert for any attempts by Talon Metroids to escape from quarantine areas. Their energy absorption ability is not able to disrupt our force fields, but continued exposure to Phazon may change things for the worse. Reports on hunter activity are in. Analysis indicated that the hunter is using morph ball technology to infiltrate our facilities. Recalibrate sensors to search for morph ball energy signatures. Oh boy. Log 11444. Results are in from field studies on the bioform group Chozo, who we believe are extinct. We believe that Talon 4 was once a stronghold in a great Chozo empire. Brought low by the meteor strike, planetary devastation brought an end to the Chozo, yet remnants of their society remain. We are studying these relics in an attempt to harness their power. What is of no use to us, we destroy. In time, we shall have all we need from this dead race and shall wipe this planet clean of their ugly ruins. The dead should serve the living, not hinder them. Okay. Log 11452-8. Although we are still no closer to finding the artifacts of the Chozo, we have at least produced a viable hypothesis for their function. It appears that each of the artifacts corresponds to one of the statues on the temple platform, and that each one acts as a small key to a huge lock. Judging by the number of statues, we assume there must be 12 artifacts. Once we find their resting spots of all 12, we can bring them here, unite them with their statues, and open the gate system at long last. Once we do, the impact crater and whatever creature it shelters will be ours for the taking. Phazon-infused fungal harvesting continues. Replacement of decatriticale with Phazon-infused fungal matter in elite ration mix has been authorized. Security requests deployment of elite pirates in Metroid quarantine areas. The high casualties suffered by standard pirate units deployed in Metroid areas is not acceptable. Reconfiguration of security drones authorized. Deploy new drones to mission critical areas immediately. Force field offline, access granted. Log 11425. We have come to another dead end. It is clear now that we will never discover the locations of the Chozo's artifacts until we can decipher the messages carved into the statues in this abominable temple. Our language databases are woefully inadequate, and our linguistic analysts can come up with little more than vague theories. The best hypothesis that we can offer is that finding artifacts will require items spiritually linked to the Chozo civilization. However, without these items, we are lost, and command grows more impatient by the day. Results must be produced soon. Replacement of standard hatch covers continues. Steel covers will be replaced with cordite and bendesium covers in 2 decacycles. Planetary stealth technology is back online. We have evaded detection by the battlecruiser Emmons. The brief lapse in planetary security caused by the crash of our frigate is over. Now we can concentrate our efforts on the Hunter.
Recording to
Log 11-377-1. Analysis continues on these cursed ruins and the Chozo temple that hovers near them. We are now completely certain that the containment field denying us access to the impact crater is linked to strange artifacts that belong in the temple, but we are no closer to finding them or deciphering the riddles that seem to cover every wall of this ruined place. Command grows increasingly anxious for resolution to this matter, so we must redouble our efforts. X-ray squadrons will begin terrain sweeps within days. Until they begin, patrols are instructed to report any and all architectural anomalies to their commanders. Increase phase-on portion of elite pirate ration by 18%. Report any signs of ration rejection by elites at once. Log 11-664-2. There have been numerous incidents involving spectral entities at Chozo ruin sites. Several personnel have been assaulted by these Chozo ghosts. Few have survived. Survivors speak of swift attacks from nowhere, brief sightings of the enemy, then nothing, only to be followed by another attack. Science team believes these attacks are in response to our efforts to recover Chozo relics and artifacts. Somehow these entities are able to interact with the physical world, and it appears they wish to keep their artifacts to themselves. We will make them pay for such arrogance, for even ghosts can be destroyed. Okay. I think there should be a save point coming up pretty soon. Although I can't remember for sure. Ventilation fan is working at minimal level. Activation of vent systems will bring it to full power.
Poison gas detected.
Ventilation fan is functional but offline. An activation panel must be nearby. There is clear air flowing from this Bendesium grate. Okay, we are approaching the next save point pretty soon here. Metroids from the initial batch have matured to Hunter phase. Be advised that the Hunter Metroid has siphoned tentacles it can attack with them from a distance, as opposed to the close combat tactic used by younger Metroids. Increased aggression levels observed in latest elite pirate units. Increasing phase-on feed by 0.07% per science team mandate. Metroid activity accelerating in non-frigid areas. All magnetic rail system access must be approved by security. Metroids are not responding to synthetic sustenance. We have reason to believe they only gain nourishment from active bioenergy sources. Collapsed Bendesium wall section is structurally unsound. Science team is accepting volunteers for advanced weapon training. Recon teams are searching for the Hunter's gunship. Science team believes it employs a sophisticated cloaking device beyond our capabilities. Aside from dumb luck, we may never discover its location. We must contain or eliminate Aaron. Failure to comply with command decree is not an option. Security breaches in multiple areas. Unauthorized usage of resources continues. Pattern suggests these resources are being stolen by the Hunter. Increase monitoring of all resource facilities immediately. Chozo Ruins areas are off limits until further notice. All available troopers report to Mine Security Command. Cryosleep tank damaged. Immediate maintenance required. Force field offline. Access granted. This is a lot of reading. Our enemies will tremble before the might of our elite forces. Unauthorized Talon Metroid feeding is strictly prohibited. Death to the Hunter, death to all who oppose us.
Recorded to logbook.
Log 11-232-8. Elite Pirate Upsilon's propensity for Phazon has enabled our research team to infuse it far beyond our safety restrictions, and the results have been extremely encouraging. Its constant Phazon diet has increased its mass exponentially, but it has retained all mental faculties and shows dexterity with all elite weaponry, including plasma incendiary launchers and the chameleon manta issued for cloaking purposes. Elite Pirate Upsilon exhibits miraculous healing abilities. When injured, it seeks out Phazon deposits and coats itself in the substance, which instantly mends the creature's wounds. The subject, which we are codenaming Omega Pirate based on these developments, shows potential to be a new standard for our armies. Our only concern at this point is its potential overdependence on Phazon. Test results from Battle Simulation Samus Aran are promising. Elite units report a 74% success ratio against Aran in testing. High Command is pleased, but expects a higher ratio by project's end. Increase Bamboo patrols in authorized areas. Scramble all aerial units immediately. Flight pattern Sigma 4 is in effect. Unit ident code EPG 8701, batch 01, field designation Elite Pirate. EPG 8702, batch 1, field Elite Pirate. Okay. I should have stopped recording at that last save point, but I didn't think to. A nearby energy flux has caused a malfunction in this panel. Cryosleep Tank Unit CS4468R. Unit modified for Elite Pirate storage. Because our next save point is through the door at the bottom of this, but I gotta fight something first. Phazon processing and security systems are taxing the dynamo beyond safety tolerances. Though the conversion to geothermal power is easing the drain on our systems, it is not enough. Further power use at current levels could lead to system failure. Dynamo maintenance team is not responding to service call. Rerouting request to Central Command. Multiple safety system malfunctions detected. Units should be taken offline immediately. And we get the bomb in there. Not the bomb, the power bomb or super bomb or whatever it is. Hyper bomb, I don't remember what it's called exactly. Power bomb. Thought so. So yeah, this is randomly generated, it seems, because this is different than the other two times. I thought the second time I came through it was different from the first time, but I wasn't sure, but that time I can guarantee it was different. So I think it's just randomly generated which ones are electrified and which aren't in that. Well, Morph Ball mode, press R to release a power bomb. Power bombs can destroy tougher materials than Morph Ball bombs. The keeping of pets has been suspended until further notice. Domestic beasts have been deemed highly susceptible to phazon madness and are thereby a hazard to personnel. All Gronkcats and Olbaps must be disposed of immediately. Failure to comply will result in the loss of pay for a cycle and reduced rations. Okay. An entire shift of Dynamo workers have been transferred following bouts of phazon madness. Units have reported to Science Team for use in laboratory studies and the new Elite Pirate program. Their dementia will make them adequate training adversaries for the Elite Team. Oh, jeez. I hope I didn't need to scan that for anything. But there we go. Took long enough, but there we go. Where are we at right now? Item collection 62%, logbook entries 91%. I am going to check something real quick. I'm missing one pirate data. One lore. Creatures, I know I'm missing a few yet. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think that's just the power bomb thing there. No, that will be the power bomb. This is something different then. Okay, anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.